Many people have bucket list items which take years, sometimes decades, to achieve.
This is pretty wild. There's definitely that 3-meter swell hitting us straight on the side and the boat's going like that. Yep. This is what it's all about.
For me, sailing home into New Zealand waters was something I had dreamt of as a child. So the arrival into Opua, after travelling thousands of miles to do so, came down on me like a ton of bricks.
We did it.
It is in this moment that you can reflect on everything you have overcome to get here, across the biggest ocean in the world, and reminisce all of the mind-blowing experiences you've had just to get here.
To have it happening now is pretty unreal. It feels like I'm dreaming or something. It hasn't actually sunk in yet.
And what a place to arrive to. The Bay of Islands is a sailor's dream, with countless islands and anchorages scattered through the beautiful New Zealand scenery. And the contrast between the islands you have just sailed through and here makes it all the more special. For us, we wanted to see as much of New Zealand as possible, so we set out on a clockwise circumnavigation of the country, with our first major stop being Auckland, the city I grew up in.
This is my first time sailing into Auckland. What an awesome feeling.
And to have my own boat here in these waters will stay with me for the rest of my life.
Oh man, this is emotional.
Ka puta ki te whaiau, ka puta ki te ao marama. Whānau, hara mai te tō. Home,
It wasn't long until we headed offshore bound for Great Barrier Island, which happens to be where my whole family are living now.
Oh, this is the biggest pot of dolphins I've ever seen. They are all around us.
A highlight here is Smokehouse Bay, which was built by locals just for the cruisers and the fishermen in the area, to relax, cook meals, and enjoy some time on land at no cost other than a voluntary donation.
A little taste of home here in New Zealand. And the smell's so rich. It's like a eucalyptus almost that they're burning. So this place is just so cool.
Heading south from here, you will have the entire east coast of New Zealand at your disposal, with places like Wellington and Christchurch providing great shelter and wild scenery.
Look at the backdrop. Just don't get this in the North Island of New Zealand. It's just absolutely breathtaking.
You will eventually find yourself in Stewart Island, the most southern part of our country. Here, everything changes. The weather is colder, the seas are more fierce, and the locals are even more laid back than wherever you just came from. It is home to a large number of great white sharks, which we got up close and personal with at Edwards Island.
It's hard to describe. It doesn't actually feel like real life. I actually haven't heard of anyone that's done that on their sailboat before. As usual, I have to pinch myself. This is insane.
Just around the corner from here is Fiordland, with arguably the most spectacular scenery in the entire country, if not the world.
Yeah, it's stunning.
Entering the fjords, you're surrounded by the most spectacular mountains and waterfalls you've ever seen in your life. And the place feels more like Jurassic Park than anywhere humans would inhabit.
Felt like 30 knots just at the bottom of the waterfall coming straight out. Never felt anything like that before. Crazy. Man, this place is just next level.
There are actually very few people living down here, which makes the place feel even more remote.
It makes me feel so proud to be from here and to have this kind of beauty exist in our own country.
Only a few cray fishermen cruise the area, and we got some very strange looks when they saw a Lagoon 450 cruising all the way down in these waters.
Have a wee friggin' tie up and a wee snooze for a few hours before it starts again.
If you have ventured this far south, you have the daunting task of finding your way back up the west coast of New Zealand, which was some of the wildest seas we've been in to date. Luckily, we had picked a weather window good enough to get us all the way up to the northern tip of New Zealand before sailing back down to the safety of the Bay of Islands.
We've just done all of the major capes around New Zealand. Pretty proud of that. That's a pretty big accomplishment.
But the boat had taken a decent pounding since Panama, so we decided to haul out for a yard period in Whangarei, which would be our final stop before heading north to Fiji. Whangarei is a very affordable option to get boat work done, with almost every service you'll need right there in town. You want your boat to be seaworthy heading offshore again, as Fiji is over 1,000 miles away in some extremely variable weather conditions, so stringent passage planning is a must. You'll be extremely sad to leave New Zealand, but the timing is perfect for you to escape the Kiwi winter and head north towards warmer climates. We decided to join Vicky Moore's Pacific Rally, where we got loads of information about where to go and what to do to prepare for the next part of our adventure, and left with a fleet of boats all in search of some tropical water.
We're doing it. We're leaving to go to Fiji from New Zealand.
All in all, sailing around New Zealand will most definitely be one of the highlights of your entire life, and unlike anything you may experience again, making it one very special corner of our beautiful planet.